Okay, so what is today's lesson today? Oh my god, no! Hey everyone, this is Webtoons by Animation Bliss, and welcome to another Webtoons Corner. So today's webtoon I'll be talking about today is the horror web series Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. And before I get into my thoughts about this series, here are a few words from the channel. Alright Animaniacs, now let's get on the social media train. Want to chat with us in 100 words or less? Then check out our Twitter account. Want to chat with us within a group? Then check out our Facebook account. Want to get the lowdown on everything dealing with animation on this channel? Then check all of the above. And now, we return to our regularly scheduled program. So before we get started with this video, you guys are probably wondering about why am I reviewing this show on this channel? I mean, this show is not really all animated. It's mostly all about puppets that are live action. So why are you talking about a live action puppet show on an animated channel? Well, there are a lot of animated segments in this series, and there are even some scenes where the puppets themselves get animated. So I do consider this to be an animated series because there are a lot of animated segments in this series. Sort of like how I like to review Who Framed Roger Rabbit on this channel, because even though it's half live action, it's also half animated as well. So that's why I'm talking about Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared on Animation Bliss, because even though the main characters are all live action puppets, there are a lot of animated segments in this series, and there are some scenes where the puppets themselves get animated. So that's why I'm reviewing this show on this channel. But now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about the show itself. So Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared was a web series that was created in 2011, and it stars 3 puppets named Red Guy, Yellow Guy, and Duck Guy. And basically this whole show is all about how these 3 puppets keep meeting up with all of these teachers who keep popping up out of nowhere, and each of the teachers try to teach them something new each episode. Like the first episode has the notepad teaching the 3 puppets about creativity, and the second episode has a clock named Tony trying to teach them about time, and so on and so forth. But as the episodes start going on, the 3 main puppets start to realize that something is not quite right with these teachers as the episodes start turning dark and sinister the moment the teachers' true natures get revealed. So what are my thoughts about Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, the web series? I really enjoy this web series. Like, I remember when the show first came out in 2011, I thought that this was going to be your average children's show that's reminiscent of Sesame Street. But then as the episodes start going on, it turns out that this series is a lot more scarier and darker than we realize. And I just love how the series is able to subvert your expectations. Like, at first you're thinking that this is going to be a series that's mainly like Sesame Street, as is like kid-friendly, and it's just teaching kids about the different subjects in school. But then as the episodes go on, you realize that the teachers are a lot more sinister and evil than you think they are, and the episodes start turning sinister and creepy the moment their true nature gets revealed. And I just love those dark turns that each episode takes, and that's why I really enjoyed this series, because it subverted my expectations about what I thought that the show was going to be all about, and turned it into something completely terrifying and different from what I expected it to be in the first place. Another thing I liked about this show was how mysterious it was. I love the fact that this show puts out a lot of Easter eggs within each episode. Like, you see a certain clue in the background that gives hints to the true nature of the series, and I love being able to try to figure out what's exactly going on with the show, what's going on with these puppets, and what's going on with the teachers themselves, and how they're able to pop up out of nowhere and try to teach these puppets about different subjects. But then I also wonder about the teachers' true natures and why they're harming the puppets. So there's a lot of mystery going on with this series, and I really enjoyed this series for that, just trying to figure out what it's all about. And the fact that there's a lot of theory videos about this series just makes the mystery aspect of the series more fun to watch. And then another thing I really liked about this series was how it was able to handle all types of different animation styles. As I mentioned before, even though most of the show is done in live action in regards to the puppetry, there are a lot of animated segments throughout this series, and some of the animated segments have 2D animated styles, have 3D animated styles, and even some stop motion animated styles. And I love how the show is able to incorporate all of those those different animation techniques into one series, and is able to make the series both creative and terrifying to watch. Now, if there was a minor issue that I have with the series, and it's a very minor issue for me, is that the show can be very confusing to watch. As I mentioned before, this show is shrouded in mystery, and the narrative tends to be very disjointed because of that. And then if you're not like paying attention to close details in the backgrounds and stuff like that, then you're going to be very confused about what the show is really all about. And that can make the show very hard to watch at times because of the confusing narrative. But overall, I really enjoy watching the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared web series. Even though the narrative can be very confusing at times, I do love the fact that this show is very mysterious at its core, and I love how it's able to subvert your expectations by making the series start off as being like a children's television show, but then it ends up being terrifying and creepy the moment the second half pops up. So I highly recommend you check out the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared web series if you want to check out a web series that's able to subvert your expectations in the best way possible. So those are my thoughts on the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared web series, and tell me in the comments down below, what did you think about the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared web series? Did you like the series? Did you hate the series? And what's your favorite webtoon that subverted your expectations? Please let me know in the comments down below. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Rowdy's blog, Animation Bliss, and I'll see you guys later. Hey animation fans, like this video? If you want to see more animated content from this channel, then please hit that big old animated subscribe button so that you can get more awesome content from this channel.